Trusonians. And it's interesting. I was actually getting myself situated and was trying to rearrange the image and hit the record button, and it's like, okay, well, I guess we're doing it now then. Okay, so I am here to share with you a piece that I created off of a challenge for a a goddess hang suite. So the goddess of 10,000 names is who I have been intrigued with for the last 4 years. And all of the things that I have come across has slowly but surely been patchworking other things that I've heard from other lectures and people who I'm learning from and people who are challenging me. And it's been quite remarkable, to say the least. So I'm going to try to read this straight from the notes. It's the raw deal. It is a sneak preview to a series that I am creating. So we'll just use this piece as the preface. It's a work in progress. But this here is just the draft, the practice, the straight off the dome. And so you're getting the rawness of it all. And so, yeah, I just figured I'd share. Um, and I'm not even really sure if this part is going to make the the um, the final cut. Mainly because, like I said, it just poured out into the page, and so even though these are things that I have been thinking about for a while. So here are the four references. The four, I'll just say the four pillars that really prompted this to just overflow onto the page. So the first is the audiobook called The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. Then there was a conversation that I sat in on yesterday. The Black Liberation, not even the Black Liberation Media YouTube hosted a conversation, um, Saturdays with Renee, with the author of Sky Full of Elephants, and I think it's Cebo, last name Campbell. I have to go listen to his name be pronounced again to make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. The third thing is The City of Hip Hop by Rob Swift and Rasul Mowatt. I tapped into also conversation being held, Black Liberation Media YouTube, with the Black Myths podcast. And I didn't get a chance to finish that entire segment, but I went and I looked up the book, and from all that I was able to gather, more just began to influence how I was feeling about certain things. So then the fourth, the icing on the motherfucking cake, is the book titled Been in the Storm So Long by Leon F. Litwack. And once again, conversation being hosted about this book and all of the details within. And it shattered my frequency. It shattered my frequency in terms of what I thought I already knew about my ancestors and all that they had to endure, especially Black women. And I'll say Black women as an all inclusive for now, just because I still tussle with proper identifiers when the spectrum is so vast. I've been thinking about the infinite shades of Blackness and how it pretty much influences countless aspects of our human experience, and yet it never is acknowledged in its proper light. I'm not going to say never. I'm trying to stop speaking in these absolutes, but I'm a work in progress. It takes a moment, but I am diligent enough to catch it when I'm aware of it. So what it feels like is that the femininity within blackness still continues to get demonized and vilified, and it really is just the sake of no context, blind spots, or willful ignorance. I often imagine what this human experience would be like if we actually took time to honestly, genuinely get to know one another. We honestly showed up to fulfill this intrigue, and we did it till we were satisfied. So, with that, here is the preference that I am calling Cinderella X. And the title is all about these strings of conversations that Sister Myra Moss has been having with us for years. And I say us in terms of those that study in metaphysics, those that are learning and fluently speaking in terms of oracle, mystics, tarot, spirituality, even though that seems to just be getting all pressled all over the place. But anywho, okay, before this becomes too long. The so called lucky ones are so cruel and rude for fun. I'm tickled at how bittersweet rejection has tussled, terrified, and treasured me. I'm also thrilled to find out that it's not just about me. Pluto in my first house has made sure my primordial stench, which makes people look and stare like I'm the Lady Grinch, keeping me falling victim to the overwhelming consequences of always being someone's bed wench just because they've mastered the art of compliments. Thanks to alcoholism, I was battling biological foes from the womb. And then a head on collision at age 17 by a drunk driver, severe enough to take me to any early tomb. But for some odd reason, I survived. So many people figure, so many people figure it was God. But I know otherwise. So much has threaded my POVs, my points of views, that I've located the great mother goddess in me, the one that speaks of balance and harmony. Love will always be the key, she says. Genuine curiosity and courage are the only things in unison powerful enough to reverse this curse. Otherwise, you'll remain like Chiron, the wounded healer, or the beast from a beauty that is he. I know there's no other way you'd rather be. And yeah, you thought it was going to be your offsprings to set you free. Don't push it, just let it be. There's a time and a place for all, and most often it goes accordingly to maturity and harmony. It's never about time, yet all about timing. It's also about free will and those that are naturally focused upon the wounds that heal. I'm sorry, upon the wonders. It's also about free will and those that are naturally focused upon the wonders that heal. You'll cross paths with a true healer, and he won't be sassy, judgy, or addicted to the red pill. nor will he be intimidated that you are rough around the edges while ignoring the terror that's met you at all of your stages. He's not even going to worry with your phase lines of lost wages. He's going to keenly notice what you've truly been doing with yourself. Your answers to his questions will activate paradigm shifts, proving to you that your love language was never a myth. This is what it feels like when doves cry. The overwhelm of your silent sorrow has kept a lot of folks talking, mainly because that's just what people like to do. A little because it's just you, but also because a they refuse to look at nature and all its wonders, because even a skunk has value. Know your worth. Average people will never get it. Narrow-minded people will never be able to help you mend it. You will remain a walking anomaly until you bump into the ace that's meant to be. Soul disintegration is reversible. You are not this flesh, nor is your value of anything tangible or of this world. You have a place here, for the timelines are meant for you only. You came here to know you, so go do that. And that which is also true will cross paths, meet, and greet you. Cheers to who's who.